Hello, 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 and welcome to a fresh start. Lord, my voice is raspy this morning, as Grandma and them would say. Raspy, but clear. I'm so excited to be here with you today, to this morning, this afternoon, um, whatever your time is. I definitely am excited to be here with you. I say that all the time, and I really am. Um, we talked last week about those that follow me. We talked last week about your focus. We talked about your transformation. And this week, I want to ask, how are you dealing with your transformation? How are you dealing with it? Are you allowing it to work for you? Are you fighting it? Are you confused about it? You don't know how to handle it? What's going on with you? You can write it in the comments. What's going on with you? How is all of this new going? We don't realize that new happens all the time, and we've got to understand that we're just people that are going to always be doing new. We're going to always be evolving. We're going to know always be. I think Sarah Jake said evolving. Michelle Obama said becoming. I say transforming because that's what Daddy calls it. Daddy calls it transforming. We are just going forth and things are just happening, and sometimes we don't understand what that is, how that is. We just don't know. And so when we go through our transformation, um, sometimes it's just not the easiest part for us to go through. And we have to understand that that's okay. That's okay. And I want you to focus this week on that's okay. Me not being used to this transformation is okay because what is now comfortable to you when that was new, you weren't used to that transformation either, but you worked with it. You allowed it to do what it needed to do, and you became this transformed being that you enjoy now. And now here's another area of transformation. Okay. And for those of y'all that are just following, just coming to be with me for the first time, I'm Shauna Grace, and I'm a certified life coach, and I deal with personal development because if you don't have personal development, none of your relationships will ever be as they should be because you're not developed in here. And that's what we have to always remember. We have to be developed personally in order to be uh, in the right relationships or to remodel old relationships or to let go of relationships. I have a situation, and you all know I deal with transparency. I have a situation, and this person feels like I owe them something. They feel like that they're the most important. They feel like that um, whatever wounds that have happened, I need to spend the rest of my life trying to run after you, trying to make up to you, and all this kind of stuff. And I used to do it. I did, because I felt, well, that you I own. But then dad, and those of y'all that been following me know I call God daddy. Whatever your relationship with him is, that's between you and him. Mine is he's daddy for me. And daddy said to me one day, he said, "Why are you doing that?" And I said, "Doing what?" He said, "Why you keep holding yourself in a prison that you got to keep paying for mistakes that you made when you were where you were, dealing with what you were dealing with. You were doing the best you knew how. Yes, you did wrong at from here, in this place or that place, but it's not a life sentence. And you are just, and it's just this one person that, it was a lot of folk, as they say, it was a lot of people, but it was just this one person that stuck out. And when Daddy got through talking to me, I said, well, you know, those wounds ran deep. He said they did. He said, but yours ran deep. He said, but you didn't do this. You didn't make the person that done your wounds have to pay for them. He said, you kept loving. You kept being there. He said, so why are you allowing somebody to make you feel that you owe them? If anybody's supposed to be there, you supposed to be there. If anybody's supposed to do, you supposed to do, because you owe me. He said, why are you doing that? And I had to sit and think. He said, no. He said, no. He said, you've already repented. You already have talked about it. You've already have repented over and over and over. He said, you've been to me. I've already forgiven you and washed you clean. So why are you still living like you're not? Ladies and gentlemen, when he got through talking to me, I started working on, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. And I've really come to grips with, there's a possibility that relationship will never get mended because the person doesn't want to heal. They want to stay a victim. I want you to let that sit right there. They don't want to heal. They want to stay a victim. And when a person wants to stay a victim, nothing you do, I want you to hear me, nothing you do will ever be right in their eyes. It'll ever be good enough in their eyes. Nothing. You hear me? Nothing will ever, because they want you to pay for whatever they think you did until you die. And you, with your transforming self, in your everyday fresh start. Y'all thought I didn't have my mug. I got it. Here it is in my cup, brother. I call it a mug, but there is a difference in a mug and a cup. Yes, I have my cup. Every day is a fresh start. I have it. You wake up in your fresh start, and what you have to do is understand that that fresh start shall not be interrupted. If a person wants to hold on to their unforgiveness, their resentfulness, their bitterness, if they want to uh, play victim, that's the word. If they want to play victim, then play victim. Do what you got to do. But what you're not going to do any longer is hold on to that and try to make me pay for it. That part. Because what you're going to do is cause yourself to miss heaven. Because Jesus said that if you don't forgive, he won't forgive. Now, if I don't forgive you, you ain't lost nothing. But if he don't forgive you, he the one that'll say whether welcome home or I don't know you. If you don't forgive and he don't forgive you, you in some serious trouble. But see, that's a part of transforming. And I know that there are a lot of people out there. How we got on this part, I don't know, but I'm going here. There are a lot of people out there that are holding on to unforgiveness. People have hurt you. People have wounded you. People have just, oh God, they have just wrecked your mental life, your emotional life. And the truth is, they did. May have been intentional, may have been unintentional, but the results were still the same. Okay. The results were still the same. Okay. And what I want you to know is that you have to understand that either you can hold on to that unforgiveness and miss a chance of going to heaven, or you can let it go, realize the person is human just like you are. You make mistakes. You've wounded folks. You've hurt folks. You've done things that's wrong. You've done things that's wrong too. And you can either look on both sides and say, you know, why am I sitting here acting like I'm perfect and they so unperfect and they owe me some. People don't owe you nothing. People owe you kindness. People owe you goodness. And people owe going on with their lives. That's what they owe. Now, if you want to sit and play the victim, play the victim. But don't expect people to sit and pay for something the rest of their life when you still doing stuff. You okay? Now, with that said, those of you who are transforming and you're transforming into this awesome person. I was thinking about a vision that I had some years ago. I mean, when I woke up, it was every day, every day, every day. I saw this beautiful, full-figured woman. She wasn't big, she wasn't huge, but she was just a nice, full-figured size. Healthy legs, just curved just right, maybe 200 and some pounds. Um, but she was elegant. She was happy. She it was like she had her own. She had her own world and she was enjoying it. Wasn't nobody with her, but she was enjoying her own world. And I kept wondering, why am I seeing this woman? Why? What, why every time I open my eyes, this is who's standing in front of me. And one day daddy told me, he said, that's you. And I'm like, me? Cause I'm Brooklyn, New York. We moving, we going, we doing. My mama said, you a tomboy. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Ain't no tomboy. I just like gonna get things done. I ain't got time to play. And she told me, in fact, she told me before she died, she said, I always know if I want something to get done, call you. I said, this is what you raised. You and daddy. What y'all well, daddy wasn't home. Daddy was the real daddy in terms of he stayed at the job. Oh God, he worked all the time. Me and daddy had a few minutes here and there. But mom had a little lamb and her feet was brown. It wasn't white as snow. And she she told me that. But this woman I kept seeing, She wasn't a tomboy. She had grace in her stride. She had a beautiful smile. She was dressed well. And she just kept appearing. Now, I haven't seen her in a while, but this morning I had a conversation with Daddy about her. And it's time to transform into her. And I'm like, oh, wow. And so now things are different. I'm transforming. After he told me that this morning, I know where I'm going as this next version of who he has made. And I'm dealing with it. And it's okay. I even look at my taste for clothes now. They're different. And they're not just casually, but they have a elegance to them. Okay. They have an elegance to them. And I was wondering, why am I buying clothes like this? I don't like this stuff. But now, after the conversation this morning with Heavenly Father, I know what's happening. I even a few weeks ago now, we were at an event. My daughter and I do vending, and well, really, I work for her. Okay, in that business, and I saw some now, mind you, I got a cabinet full of hats. Cabinet full of hats. Okay. But these hats, I don't have but one other hat like one I bought. And then I went back and I saw two more. And I'm going, I don't even like this. Why am I sitting up here buying these hats? Oh, and it's stuff. But now I know the transformation was happening. I didn't catch it then. I got the hats. I'm sitting right here looking at them. But there is now an awareness of the transformation. I said, oh, snap. Okay. So that's what's going on. Now, you think I'm going to fight it? Mm-mm. That's why I can encourage you. Honey, don't fight the transformation. Let it happen. Okay? Let the transformation happen. Let it happen. It's good for you. And then it shows if you have children, it shows them how to transform. If you have uh friends, BFFs, who maybe struggle with that, you're showing them how to transform. You get where I'm coming from? So you got to understand that the transformation, first of all, is necessary. Have you seen some people? They never change. Never change. Now, in some areas, that's a diamond because they're dependable, they're loyal, they're excuse me. Ooh, excuse me, my brain needs oxygen. Lord knows I'm not sleeping. They are kind. Those types of things about them, those attributes about them are steady. You never catch them in another type of way. You never catch them. Okay. So What I'm saying to you is this. Embrace transformation. Know that you are going to always transform. When you buy a new car, that's transformation. Especially if you've been driving a car and all of a sudden now you're like, I think I want an SUV this time. I don't want a car. I want an SUV. I need more room. I need more space or however. And you go buy an SUV. Now with that said, now, you buy this SUV. Okay. And it's a little different. I'll never forget when I call it the boat Lincoln, because I used to be a Lincoln girl. I didn't get to be a Cadillac girl until my mama passed. She told me what to do, and I did what she said. And I've been in the Cadillac ever since. They awesome. My mama always said Cadillacs were the top. She always said it, but I stood her down because I'm a Lincoln girl. And them Lincolns float, honey. But them Cadillacs, them cars are sturdy. They are. But anyway, I don't know if y'all remember this particular period when this big boat of a Lincoln was created. And I mean, when I tell you that Lincoln was huge, that Lincoln was huge. I mean, Lincolns were big anyway, but this one here was bigger than the biggest one. And I don't know, just something about it. And I sat in it. I said, oh, yeah, this the room. But then when I bought it and sat in it again, I was like, Jesus, what did I just do? This thing feel like it's going to swallow me. But I bought it. So I just went on the road. I felt funny every time I got in it. But the more I drove it, the more comfortable I got, the more transformed I was, that I was in a signature series, Big Boat Lincoln. And that's what I called it, my Big Boat Lincoln. It was huge. But I had 4 children. Okay. They had plenty of room. They weren't bunched all up on each other no more and irritated and all like that. Everybody had plenty of room. Okay. I had room in the front. They had room in the back. You get where I'm coming from? So it was a transformation. It was a good transformation for the children because they were like, oh, thank God we ain't got to be bunched all up like we used. Whoa, thank you, Lord. But me, I was like, I'm still trying to get used to sitting. I didn't know where I need to put a pillow underneath me to sit in the driver's seat or what, you know. But it was a transformation that I needed. And so I went for it. I kept that Lincoln for a long time. When I got rid of that Lincoln, I gave it to a young man who was trying to start his life. And his mother came to me and she asked me, was there anything I could do? And I hadn't stopped driving it, but I wasn't driving it as much. And I said, somebody got to help somebody. And so I did. Next thing I got was this little bitty Jag. My late husband loved it. I was uncomfortable in it every day I drove it because it was tiny. I like big. Now, mind you, the Big Boat Lincoln was big, but that Jag was little. And I said, you know what, this ain't gonna work. But when my husband said, I love it, just for him, I got just as comfortable in it. I drive it. He loved to see me drive it. He loved driving it. That was it. That was it. So what I'm saying to you is this. Listen, transformation happens in all stages of our life. Hell, y'all can even look at this. Listen. Now, y'all go back and look at my videos. You will see dark hair, long, pretty, everything. You saw me come up here one day, and this is what I had. Matter of fact, it's up. I had it slapped down to my head. I did. I had it slapped down to my head. I sure did. And I meant for it to be slapped down there because I didn't want to do it. If I could have me a beautician that I go to every morning, or that I had the type of home that I had a guest house, honey, she would be in it. She would be in it. Do you hear? And every day I'd be getting my hair done. Every day. I'm telling you, every day I'd be getting my hair done. But transformation. I've had this color before. I've had this color before. And I've been short before. You know, every so often I just slap it down to the scalp and let it grow back up. But it's transformation. It's me. Those that love me, love me. Those that don't, don't. They'll be all right. I ain't sweating that. Because I've got out of the land of worrying about others and being concerned about myself. Okay. That's what I've got out of that's the land I've gotten out of. And what I want to say to you is deal with your transformation. It's good for you. It's good for you. Transformation is good. Nobody have to like it. And a lot of times that's where we get thrown off. And we're going to talk about that some more tomorrow. Is being thrown off because everybody doesn't like our transformation. Okay? We're not gonna worry about that. Okay? We're not gonna worry about that. Yeah, we're not gonna worry about that. Okay? We're going to enjoy it. It doesn't even matter if others enjoy it. We're going to enjoy it. You know? One of these times I'm gonna be doing this podcast in a whole different area of the world. I'm not gonna worry about who likes it and who don't. Okay? I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Okay? I'm going for it. And I want it. I want it. I'm going for it and I want it. And I want it simply because that it's transforming. And I know it'll be transforming. Can you imagine going somewhere where nobody know you but God? And you can run into people who have no idea who you are, never met you, never seen you. Excuse me. Want something about you draws them to you, and they want to learn who you are now. You don't have to worry about nobody talking about, oh, no, you don't want to meet her. Oh, honey, I remember when. You are all out of that. You all out of I remember when. You all out of it. You get what I'm saying? You're all out of I remember when. Y'all out. And with that said, you have to be able, okay? You have to be able to do what you need to do. Excuse me. So that you make sure that you manage, okay? that you manage all that you can manage. You got to be able to do it. You got to be able to do it. You got to be able to do it. And I want you to know, I want you to know, I want you to know, this transformation is really the best thing that you could do for yourself. Allow yourself that inner transformation. Okay? We're going to talk some more tomorrow. Join me right here. I look forward to it. Have a good rest of your day. And as you go on in your day, don't you worry about all these other opinions about your transformation. Just keep transforming.